All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about underway. Zach Logue out on the mound. 1-1 on the season in his 3 games, 19 innings, 16 strikeouts. So I have just a few more things left to do. Is welcome, Jim. I have to change some positions real quick, and then I will be all ready. All right, Dale. Leading things off, first pitch is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, and throws over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. So that's just the way you drew it up if you're Doosan. The lineup is correct. The positions aren't quite correct yet. Give me just 1 minute, and I should have everything fixed. As here comes the pitch to Kim Il-young, way inside. 277 on the season for the center fielder today. That's is in there. Ooh, outside. Just catches the outside corner, and it's a 1-1. I did not, Jim, just because of who they had on the mound. Because I think we've got it all situated, set up now. 1-1 counts, and that's off the hands, but it will get foul. 1-2. Yeah, this is a tricky one because obviously Doosan is the better starter, but Doosan's bullpen is the second worst in the league. Kia's starters have been really good, but not the starter they have today. Is that's a rip to the left, the third baseman, and the throw way up high, and he is going to beat it out. We'll see if they give him an air on that. Nonetheless, they'll have a runner on first with just 1 out, so we'll have to wait for the official ruling. Getting it tricky there. Should be an error. He would have got him if he had a better throw. We're going. My official scoring is an E5. They gave him a hit, ladies and gentlemen. They gave him a hit on that. Nope, they gave him an error. Thanks, Harpo. He's new, so I don't know his name. Thank you, Luke. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws it to the second baseman to first. Not in time. Moving down to the line a little faster than need be in just a sec. All right, now you still got a runner over on first base, and that brings up the number 4 hitter, Kim Do-young. What's up, Alan? Yeah, you finally got yourself a game. That misses way outside, 1-0. 5 home runs on the season for Kim Do-young. And another 1-0 pitch. It sets up right down at the knees, and that misses up high. 2-0. 9 pitches now for Logue. First 2 weeks, 1 home run. The last 2 weeks, 4 home runs. He is just getting going, and I actually think I need to change something. There we go. The alert sounds are off as that misses upstairs, and that's going to be ball four. What do you mean by alerts? I don't know which alerts did there
Thank
we
you for the
go.
recommendation, Stefan 3370.
There we go. That had to work. All right, that's just catches the outside. Sorry, I'm trying to fix that for Luke there. Brings up the number 5 hitter, Castro, 286. So he's trying to keep himself on the team, honestly. And then the 0-1 pitch sets up way up high to above the waist, rips that one. That's inside the line, and that is going to go down into the corner. Kim Sun Bin is going to be coming on home. He's just now picking it up. Kim Do Young also going to come on home, and Castro is going to have himself an 2 RBI double as Kia goes up early on the big double by the left fielder. Low. Good morning, Gremlin. What's up, Dinger? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for the recommendation, Big Dinger.
Thank you, Big Dinger. I mean, it looked fair easily, but I guess they wanted to waste their video replay. A fair ball it is. It's crazy that if you're listening to the game and you actually listen to the audio like I have in my other ear, the amount of cheers when there was marked fair, the Kia fans, versus the fact that it's a Doosan game. Allen, already worried. That's missed inside. Want to know. Mean hitting a 182 on this season. They've tried him in different spots in this lineup. They've tried him in different places. He's played a little second base, a little shortstop, a little third base. Unfortunately, he just also hits a little and only a little. It was okay. I mean, it was really kind of boring, honestly, as that one is going to be lifted into center field. It's going to drop down. Castro is going to come around to score, and that is going to be another RBI. And on the bases is Pak Min. As Zach Logue is struggling early here. It's a rough start for you, Alan. But Kia's starter has not been good, so. Yeah, that misses inside. 0-1. And another single over the jumping first baseman. Min is going to go from first to third. And this is getting a little out of hand with 2 outs here. Kim Gyu Sung. Man, yeah, and this is their best pitcher. Not looking good for Doosan, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking good. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Ju Hyo Sung, as they are out on the mound to talk to Loeb. Maybe I should have picked the other game, I guess. I don't know. Runners on the corner. Well, it looks, I mean, you're up a 3-0 and still in the first inning. So it definitely seems like it's going to be an easy Kia win. Yeah. Come up early, come up, and it's over your head, dive, and there we go. Up to the second baseman. Underhand toss to the shortstop, touches the bag. The 4-6 putouts ends the inning, but not before Kia gets 3 early runs. We go to the bottom of the first. It's 3-0. Rough start for Doosan and Zach Loeb. Yeah, and they did call that an actual. They called it I'm taking away the air. They did call it a. There we go. All right, I think it's fixed now. I think one of them is off. It's not. They're not matched. Weird. Something is weird with my buttons. All right, so we're about back. Yuri out on the mound. He has not pitched well this season, ladies and gentlemen. He has not pitched well at all. 11.42 ERA, 0-2 in his 3 games. Only 8.2 innings in 3 starts.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you. So not good at all for Yuri. We'll see how he does against a lineup that really is missing a couple big bats. Again, Doosan's lineup missing Jo Soo Hang or Jung Soo Bin. Jo Soo Hang is in the center field. So we'll see what happens here. He'll have Pak Chan Ho leading things off. Pak Chan Ho, again, used to play for Kia up until this past off season whenever he came over, moved his stuff, packed up, went up north to hang out in Jamshil. Little bow to the Kia fans that made their way to the game as they give him a round of applause. Kia said that they really weren't going to spend any money. Weren't going to spend money at anything as the catcher is now having problems with his pitch comm. Maybe we'll have a game today. All right, now we're ready, I guess. First pitch is low, ball 1-0. What's up, Emiliano? All right, the 1-0 pitch, and that's right down thy middle. 151 on the gun. That is a hard throwing for a lefty. I might have to close the window. It's getting a little windy out as that misses low. 2-1. Couple games or 3 games canceled because of the rain. Both the games that are north, SS, is it KT and Kium?
Thank you
and
for the
then here.
recommendation, Jakob Manel.
Thank you, Jacob. And here we go, the 2-1 pitch. Yeah. That is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. A questionable hit. You think Doosan is very bad at shortstop? I wouldn't say they're very bad at shortstop at all. Could Doosan come back? Absolutely. I do not have a lot of faith in this guy on the mound for Kia. I do not have a lot of faith in him. As the 2-2 pitch is lifted into the gap, that is going to be trouble. But this center fielder is
Thank
able
you
to
for the
track it
recommendation,
down.
Yagupan Chris.
Yagupan. Yagupan. I love it. I love the Konglish. That fly out to center field makes it 1 away. Park Ji-hoon. Again, this Doosan offense is Park Ji-hoon, Park Jun-soo, Yu Chan, Josu Hang, and not a lot of not a lot of firepower in this offense. Yang Yi-ji off to probably the worst start of his career. And that's in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Park Ji-hoon hitting 167 on the season. Yeah, and the 0-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that's fouled to straight back. 0-2. Uri's had some troubles in the first inning. We'll see if he's able to get out of this without any damage. And misses just inside, and it's a 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is a broken bat, a liner right to the third baseman. And 2 away. They'll clean up the bats as the number 3 batter, Mr. Park Jun-soon, steps in. Park Jun-soo, 396 on the season. Fouls that one straight back. 156? I don't think so. I'm going to call that was not a correct reading on that. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Iuri is looking like Iuri before the elbow surgery, honestly. That or it could just be the fact that he's playing against Doosan. And the 0-2 pitch, it sets up on the inside. Nope, goes up a little bit. And he fouls that away. Like to see it, ladies and gentlemen. An 0-2 count, and they didn't just throw the ball away. Right, 0-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside this time. Curveball, and it's going to be a chopper to the first baseman. Butts foul. right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch goes up high. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for either team. In a 1-2-3 inning for Kia after taking a 3-0 lead. We will go to the second. 3-0. $25. That's 25 more than I would ever bet on a KBO game. Most I would ever bet on a KBO game would be a beverage. A beverage among friends. Elsewhere around the league, well, KT's already up 1-0. How did they get up? Bottom of the first, we'll see. Looks like back-to-back singles, back-to-back hits. Chaewon Jun continuing. Again, the 4 hits yesterday in his first at-bat started the game 4 for 4. We'll have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up as they almost batted around in the first inning. Got to make sure you show those lights. Very important to see those lights so that you can advertise. Oh, yeah. It's still early, and Kia's bullpen has been shaky. They've been much better lately. They are the hottest team in the league with 6 straight wins. But, yeah. Da, 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 da. All right, to Zach Logue back out there. And the first pitch just catches the bottom of the zone. Man, that's 0-1. 323 from Pak Jae-hyun. Again, a lot of guys in these two on these two lineups. As that is swing as he says he goes around, and it's 0-2. Definitely went around, no question about that at all. All right, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher on the mound, a 0-2 count. It is a foreigner, though. We'll see what happens as they set up way outside, and he misses low. 1-2. Zach Logue came on last year, pitched fairly well for Doosan, so they kept him around. They've obviously lost their other guy, Flexen, who went down with an injury early, is the 1-2 in there for a strike. As he just looking at it. And 1 away. Flips the lineup back over to the top. Oh, man, is my tablet slow today, ladies and gentlemen? We are moving at an arthritic place. All right. Dale, 1 pitch in his first at-bats, and that one is in there for a strike. So the league only schedules 135 games. As that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman that throws it across the diamond, and the 6-3 ground out is 2 away. So I don't know if they're going to be they may be doing double headers. Thought that maybe they would do some double headers starting this weekend. I've been to Mexico, sort of, as that's going to brown ball to the third baseman that throws across the diamond, and 1-2-3. That inning it goes. The old Kia T Grays as we go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0. Yeah, I've been to Mexico, but I wouldn't say I've been to Mexico. I it was when I was on spring break in South Padre one year. Uh we had like a tour package thing where we ended up taking a bus and then walking across the border and drinking until way into the wee hours of the evening, and then walked back across the border, hopped on the bus, and went back to our hotels. So that would be the extent of my Mexico travels. Doosan will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. Yeah, I thought that they were supposed to start doing double headers, but it looks like not. Yeah, he has been really bad all season. He had an 11.47 ERA. But if they don't do a doubleheader this weekend, Chris, what they end up doing is they only schedule 135 games a season, even though they play 144, and then they add them to the end.
Thank you for the recommendation, 乾隆.
What was that? That was really weird, but thank you. This was a few years ago. Yeah, we would this was before you needed a passport to get across. Yang EG steps in, and that's his up high ball one. That was really weird, that one. And the 1-0 is ripped to past the shortstop, and he is going to be on base with a leadoff single. The cleanup hitter, number 4, Yang EG. I might need to restart my tablet. Oh, you have to give me a second. Those of you guys watching in on YouTube, where I'm using. Yeah, I'm on Soup also, Emilio. Same everything, except you can watch the game with me. All right, that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, give me a second on if you're on YouTube. With all of the score bug stuff, as I had to restart my tablets. It was being extremely slow, as that's a swing and a miss from Cameron, and it's 0-2. All right, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he throws it in the dirts. And the second strikeout of the day for Yuri. Of course, it's my fantasy guy. And 1 away brings up the number 6 hitter, Yang Sung Wan. Yeah, I don't remember, what is it, 15 years ago they added you got to show your passport to get through. Yeah, but at that time when I was again, it was in the middle of my college years, as that's going to be a ground ball, but it's a foul. I went to Padre 2 years. Drove down both years, like a 17-hour drive or something like that.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you. That's sure knows. I'm not gonna pretend to be able to read that. Is trying to get my chair unstuck here. Oh, Yang Sung Wan, 226 on the season. He again, at one point he was supposed to go to Hanwha, and then they ended up re-signing him for Doosan. He has not been good since he signed that, as that's a swing and a miss of his top of the zone there. And it's 1-2. Yuri looking good today. Definitely the best that I have seen him. I think this is the third game I've seen him that I've streamed of his on this season. Yeah, and the 1-2 pitch that's up at the waist, and a swing and a miss at a pitch down below the zone, and another strikeouts. 3 strikeouts now for Yuri, and 2 away. Da 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 da. All right, here we go. Kang Sung Ho, the first baseman, lays off of that pitch way up high, though. 1-0. 269 on the season. Having a much better season this year than last year. Last year, he was asked to go over to third base, and he did all right defensively over at third base, but his offense was atrocious. Part of the reason why Doosan ended up in 9th place last year. But here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be roped over the shortstop's head. And they're going to have Yang E.G. holding up at second base. And another hit puts runners on first and seconds with just 2 outs. Yu Chan will step in now. All right, it sounds good. Vamos. And the 1-2, or sorry, not the 1-2. I was looking at the fact that there's a runner on first and second, but that's a ball up high. 1-0. Yu Chan hitting a lot this season, a whole 77. Not 6-7, 77, as that's into the glove, and it's 1-1. You're a tipster? I don't know what that means. What's a tipster? They're favored to win because the starter for Kia has not had a good season. He has 11.47 ERA. Did not pitch well last year either. And Doosan has a foreigner on the mound. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is a lifted foul. Stays 1-2. Jornos, even though Kia's up 3-0, I wouldn't get too ahead of myself with that. All right, the 1-2 pitch just sets up right down the middle. And he catches him looking on the outside. 4 strikeout of the day for him. Is I don't know what the hell Doosan is doing, but they are just looking lost at the plate. So we go to the 3rd inning. It's 3-0. Just standing there looking. Right, but Kia's bullpen is also not the greatest. I mean, it was really a toss-up. If Kia had anybody else on the mound besides Iuri, then I don't think I would have taken Kia all day. Just staring at it. Emiliano. I keep saying Emiliano. They just keep just staring at it. All right, Kia will have their 3-4-5 hitters coming up here in the top of the third inning. Kim Sung Bin, Kim Do Young, and Castro. Oh yeah, what is the tipster? Provides predictions, analysis, and advice on the likely winners of sporting events, horse races, financial markets movements. I'm learning English. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the games that we've watched with Kia, yeah, they haven't been like a crazy KBO-ish games. They've just been, I don't know, games. All right, is Zach Logue back out there? Just the one strikeouts. Kim Sun Bin misses way inside, and it's 1-0. Just 7 pitches last inning for Logue. That is going to be a single, a clean single into the outfield, and he is on base for the second time today. This time he actually got a hit, though. That brings up a Kim Do Young, a civil engineer. It's probably a little bit more interesting than my job. Job is not the most amazing thing. All right, to Kim Do Young. Walked in his first at bat, came around to score on the double, and that is a swing and a miss on a fastball right past him at 145. Kim Do Young, a 254 on the season, DHing. They're trying to get him through an entire season while healthy. That's up high, 1-1. Yeah, there. I was gonna do the Kia Doosan game on
Thank you for the
Sunday.
recommendation, Jim and Fla.
Thank you, Jim. Double dipping again. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up at the waist. And a swing and a miss, 1-2. For those of you guys watching on SOOP, that thing that I keep getting is a thumbs up. That's a kind of like a like on YouTube, but it's a recommendation. It's very important. It actually puts my stream out onto the main page if I get enough of them. So please hit the little thumbs up button. As we wait for the 1-2 pitch, he goes up above the waist, up by the numbers, and a swing and a miss at a high fastball, and that's 1 away. Love that high fastball. This is the pitch that I've
Thank
been
you for the
talking about.
recommendation, JID set.
Thank you, thank you. JID. Maybe you can say something in there. Those of you guys watching on YouTube, obviously a thumbs up is also important on there, the little like. If you're watching on YouTube and you live outside of Korea, you're welcome to join me on SOOP, where I actually can stream the game. I have it from like 2 or 3 years ago, but I just never could get into it. As Castro looks at a strike one, 0-1. He had a 2 RBI double back in the first inning to put Kia on the board. Yeah, I played a little bit. I want to. Whenever I don't remember when it was, when Jackie Robinson was on the cover. That was the last time I bought it, or the only time I bought it. And I don't know, it was okay. Like I started my own guy, uh, my own career or whatever, and I played it for a while, but I just get so busy with other stuff as that misses outside, and it's 0-2. I just get just so busy, especially during baseball season. Because I work my regular full-time job during the day, and then as soon as I get off from that, I come home and I stream, and I'm streaming 6 days a week. Not a lot of time for the video games. As the 0-2 just misses up high, 1-2. Castro looking to put Kia up a little bit more. Is that what that's called? Where you start your guy and you go through everything? Yeah, as the 1-2 pitch misses way outside at 2-2. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, man. All right, to the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout of the day for Lowe. Oh, yeah, I don't remember what mine was. Yeah, I've seen a lot of advertisements for that, Luke.
Thank you for the recommendation, Michael KBO.
Thank you, Michael. That's in Mrs. G. That is in there for a strike. And it's on 1. Akmino single in his last at bat, RBI single. Has scored Castro. That was the third run for Kia back in the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch up high, 1-1. Like I was saying, those of you that live outside of Korea and want to watch the game with me, if you go into the description, you can actually see a link to my SOOP channel, which is just like a YouTube streaming or Twitch or Kick or whatever. It's a Korean program. They have the international broadcast rights. As that is right down the middle for a strike 2. They have the international broadcast rights. Since they have the international broadcast rights, they allow me to do my English commentary and stream the game, so you can put both of them together, or you can just do whatever. And a tip into the glove. He strikes out 3. Gives up a leadoff single, but a strikeout, and strikeouts ends the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0. Man, my tablet is so slow today. Let's see what we got on the other score. Looks like KT is up 3-0. So the K's are wild today. We've got KT's up 3-0 on Hyun, and Kia is up 3-0 against Doosan. Oh, no problem. Emiliano wants some Doosan offense. He's craving some Doosan offense. Doosan will have, let's see, they'll have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. And lots of speed coming up as the Josu Hang. They are going to play in on him because he is very, very likely to bunt. Not a bunt to sacrifice. I'm switching it over because it said there was 10 seconds before this commercial started, and we're going to miss the first pitch if we don't. Here we go. Josu Hang leads things off. 30 pitches for Yuri in the first 2 innings. Way up high, ball 1. And the 1-0 misses low, 2-0. How did I think Weiss started today, former Hanwha Eagle, for the Astros. How did he do? As the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Da, da, da. 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be a foul into the umpire's foot. 2-2. Yuri, 14 pitches in the first inning, 16 pitches last inning. 3 strikeouts for him in the second inning. 3 strikeouts for Zach Logue in the top of the third. Go the 2-2 pitch, pops it foul, but it'll get out of play and stays at 2-2. 3-2. So I guess if he lost 3-2, that's not too bad then. He obviously couldn't have pitched too bad unless he gave up 3 runs in the first inning and didn't make it out of that. That is the foul away once again. I probably am. This platform does not have a lot of English speakers, and I'm as far as I know, I'm the only English KBO. I'm the only non-Korean speaking KBO broadcaster in the world. I'm taking that title as that's our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I also like to say I am the best English streamer on this platform and the best English KBO broadcaster in the world. As the 3-2 pitch is way up high, almost hits him in the head. He falls back out of the way, and that is going to be trouble for Yuri as that puts their fastest guy on the base pass. .2 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned. Yeah, walks. Yes. Basically, you throw it inside an imaginary box, and they try to either hit it or you try to throw it past them. If they hit it, they run. If they don't hit it, they walk back to the dugouts. That is the quick and dirty. As we've got a runner on first, a leadoff runner on first. They had a leadoff runner on first last inning. Thank you, Don of 2000. My mommy says that I am the best streamer on the platform. Not that she's ever watched me, but it's the thought that counts, right? All right, back to the top of the lineup. A Pak Chan 0 for 1, but that is ball 1 way outside, 1-0. Have to think that Josu Hang is going to be running here. Yeah, Pak Chan Ho again played for Kia up until last year. And here we go, the 1-0 pitch. And there for a strike at 149, 1-1. No problem, Charles. Build a domes. That happens every time somebody runs for whatever, that they're going to build a dome or build a new stadium for Busan. And the 1-1 misses way up high, 2-1. Well, I'm glad you found me, Jim. DiGiorno, the thing is with the KBO, you don't really have to tell him. As that is a fouled away, 2-2. The best hockey team in Greece. They need more help throwing strikes than they do need help walking guys. That is for sure in the KBO. All right, it's a 42 pitches for Yuri. 12 so far this inning, and still nobody out. It's Pak Chan Ho up to bats. Have to think about, again, you got a guy making his first start back behind the plates. You've got a super fast guy over at first, and they're thinking the same thing as he makes a couple steps back. I have actually gotten that a few times. Brandon Marsh has a better beard. I have better hair. We have about the same ability in baseball. But I do wish I had his salary over mine. All right, the 2-2 pitch that's going to be lifted into center field. Might be trouble. Nope, he's going to grab it but to not throw back to first, and that is one away. Missed an opportunity there to put him to get him on base. I was actually so DiGiorno, I was actually at the game. It was in November. I actually went to the Korea versus Japan game, and Korea just got absolutely smoked. I mean, the only entertaining thing was trying to pick out which beer girl to get us beer. To the right of that's how many pitches he's. Oh, 2-2. So 2-2 means 2 strikes and 2 balls, or 2 balls and 2 strikes. All right, here we go. Nope, we're gonna check over on the runner once again. I had to figure out which one you were talking about because I have my own, I have my own score bug that I make. I have no idea who Tormund Giants Bane is. I'll have to add that to my things to look up. It's Pak Ji-hoon looks at ball 1 outside, 1-0. This game is crawling to a halt now. Well, 5.2 million this year. You know, this is Korea. Millions mean nothing.
감사합니다.
Thank you. Homeguru? I can't read it. It's right in the middle. But thank you. All right, the 2-0 count now as Yuri is struggling. Well, can't have one now, not with a 1 out. Thank you for helping him, Gremlin. And that's swing and a miss at ball 3, and that's 2-1. But I don't have red hair. Like, my hair is not red. My hair is brown. My beard is red. All right, the 2-1 pitch. And he goes, and he is out. And New Boy got an arm. Well, in the KBO, they don't have the limits like they do in the MLB. Because in the MLB, you can only throw over 3 times. If you don't get him on the 3rd time, he's automatically awarded the next base. But in the KBO, they do not have that. As that was a ball, and the 3-1 pitch just catches the outside, and it's a 3-2, second full count this inning. Excellent throw. Again, this is the guy that making his first starts of the season. I don't know if he's started any other games or not. Jo Soo-hang led the league in stolen bases 2 years ago, as that one is lifted into right field. And might be trouble, and it just drops in. And he is going to be on base with a 2-out single. That caught stealing is huge now. Now you got a runner on first with 2 outs instead of a runner on first and second with just 1. Ong Poop. If you go into the description of my channel, there's a link there, and you can watch on a platform called SOOP. They have the international KBO rights, and they allow me to stream and show you the game. And that misses outside, though, and it's 1-0. No. They've had, I mean, they got Doosan's right fielder is Mike Cameron's son. Yeah, this is the 1-0 pitch. And fouls it away. 1-1. Yeah, they just started, I think, 2 years ago. Yeah, those of you who don't know, Doosan's right fielder is Mike Cameron, the former MLBer. That is his son, as that misses way up high. 2-1. Yuri running into some issues here. He's thrown 21 pitches so far, giving up a bases or a full count walk and then a full count single. Gotten lucked out or gotten helped out by his catcher's throw to second base and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and it's a 2-2. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. Park Jun-soo 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. This is inside, runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count this inning. They've been on base with each one. Yeah, if you go GF7, if you go into the calendar on my channel, you can see the games. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch that's up on the inside. A swing and a miss at ball 4 that's hit the dirts. And that will be another strikeout for Iuri, his 5th. And he gets out of it again. We go to the 4th inning. It's 3-0. Yeah, so tomorrow will be the LG Twins and Samsung Lions. That's a 2:00 game. And then on Sunday, I'll do Hanwha versus Lotte. I was supposed to do Hanwha versus Lotte today, but because that game was rained out, I did this game. Just a sec, I'm going to make a little change here. There we go. My chat was missing. Yeah, there's so many little things from baseball that make it difficult. All right, Kia is going to have their 7, 8, to 9 hitters coming up here in the top of the 4th. So best game of his life. The pitcher for Kia, I believe he might have actually had Rookie of the Year a few years ago when he was playing. But in 2024, he went down with had to have Tommy John surgery. As Kim Gyu-sung steps in, he singled in his last at-bat, his only at-bat, 1 for 1 on the day. That's ball 1, though. So he actually pitched really well, and then he ended up getting injured, Tommy John surgery, came back at the end of last year, as the 1-0 is a swing and a miss on ball 2, and it's 1-1. Definitely. Again, Iuri is slowly struggling in getting more and more difficult. He's only gonna maybe throw 5 innings at the best. So the 1-1 misses inside, and it's a 2-1. So he came back at the end of last year and was really bad, like really, really bad. Yeah. That's going to be a ground ball and foul. 2-2.
Thank you for the recommendation, Sisix 777.
Thank you, Sussex. That's a 10. We've gotten it already. As the 2-2 pitch. And that's in there on the strikeout. On that's 4 straight Ks for Zach Loeb. Who was 2023 was Moon-Hyun Bin. 2024 was Kim Tae-kyun, the closer for Doosan. And last year was An Hyun-min. All right, so it brings up the number 8 hitter. Ju Hyo Sang. That's the catcher that threw out the runner earlier as he looks at ball 1. He is 0 for 1 on the season. He is 0 for 1 also. Yeah. And that's going to be a ground ball. Easy grab by the first baseman. Steps on the bag and 2 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter. Yeah, So Hyung Jun, the starter for KT. Easy, quick 2 outs. And a great play by the first baseman. I didn't even see it as I was counting. And Park Jae-hyun stopped by the diving first baseman. And that hopefully we'll see if we can get a replay here before I'll wait to change. Nope, we won't get a replay, so we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 3-0 Kia. Another quick 1-2-3 inning. Retired the last 10 batters he's faced is Zach Loeb. Yeah, same pitcher that started the game. Again, a rough inning. He should have been out of the inning. They gave him a single to Kim Ho-young, but yeah, I mean, he has been bad. He hasn't been great, and I would even say he's struggling here as the last 2 innings have been pretty rough. All right, and we get our replay here. Nice stop by the first baseman. One hopper ripped to try to rip it through that inside that line, but all right, Uri right back out there. This is where this is where he usually has trouble. This is where he may fall apart. He's going to have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Doosan, but he just was out there for a long, long time through 25 pitches last inning, and now he's coming right back out after Zach Loeb only threw 8 pitches in that last inning and the top half of this inning, and that is a ball 1. So he struggled. He struggles when he's got to come right back out, especially after he didn't have a lot of break time there, as that one misses outside and it's 2-0. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, this is where I would put Doosan scoring some runs. This is where I would put to Doosan getting back up, as that would have been ball 3, but he swung and fouled it away, and now it's a 2-1. the outside, 3-1. There are a few Venezuelans on the team. Acuna is a Venezuelan. Both Venezuelans that I remember are switch hitters. Reyes for Lote and Hanwaz Peraza, as the 3-1 pitch is popped up, but it'll get out of play. 3-2 as it runs the count full. 4 full counts on the day now for Doosan. Why would he only throw 2 more innings, though, Jim? Welcome up, Damas. Man, the 3-2 pitch. Whoa. They have Little League, but it is very, very pressured. It's pretty expensive as he walks the young EG, and for the 3rd straight inning, the leadoff runner is on base. So it's pretty expensive. They play year round. I have some people. So when I used to have season tickets to baseball, obviously I bake friends and stuff friends that have kids, and they play a lot, like a lot. It's pretty expensive. I mean, it's not as expensive as Korea, but they just play and play and play. I really don't feel like there's a good development, and the programs are getting a less and less and less and less. All right, so Cameron fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I do know that for a while, for a few years, baseball was not the most popular sport in Korea. It was soccer. As the 0-1 pitch is fouled away again. Yeah, it's Konglish too. I know Hanwha hosts a lot of tournaments. As the 0-2 is catches him looking. Thanks, Cameron, for another strikeouts. That is your second on the day, and once again, looking. Yo, he's only thrown 49 now, though, Jim. Yeah, Steve, I was reading that the programs itself, like the participating teams and stuff, is really dropping down. All right, 64 pitches for Yuri. Yang Sung Wan looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. One pitch misses low, 1-1. Yuri this is at 100% his best outing so far on the season. And the 1-1 is off the hands. It gets fouled. Catcher given chase and slides, but it's just out of plate. And 1-2. Yeah, I mean, so he threw 19 in the first inning, giving up 3 runs, and then 7 in the second inning, 15 in the third inning, because he struck out he struck out 3 batters. He's got to quit striking them out. He's got to rely on his defense a little bit, I guess. That or he knows his defense and he doesn't want to rely on him. That could also be a very likely scenario. All right, sounds good, Sysex. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a pitch above the zone, and another strikeout for Yuri. Is the 7th strikeout of the day. And that's 2 away. Study, study, study. Leadoff batter on in the second inning. Leadoff batter on in the third inning. Leadoff batter on in the fourth inning. And that's it. Almost hits his feet. And the 1-0 pitch. Ripped. A diving stop by the third baseman. And that's is 3 away. Absolute gem over at third base. We'll see if they give us a replay. We might have to wait till the next inning. And we will. We'll go to the fifth inning. And the top of the fifth is Doosan, another 0 for with runners on base. They are now 0 for 9 with runners on base, ladies and gentlemen. 0 for 9. 0 for 9 with runners on base. That is not how you win games, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it works, DiGiorno. I want some offense. This is getting boring. Watching pitchers strike everybody out. Elsewhere, the only other game in the league is 5-0 KT. As Wiles is struggling mightily. He's given up 5 earned runs, 5 hits, a home run, 2 strikeouts. KT and Jang Sung-woo with another home run. He had 2 the other day. As everybody except the 8 and 9 hitters for KT have gotten hits so far today. Well, except Jacob, they don't get anybody in scoring position. No problem, KTG. All right, so we're back. Top of the fifth inning. Logue obviously still out there. 49 pitches so far. You'll face the 8-9-1 hitters coming up for Kia. Oh, sorry, no, you won't. You'll face the 1-2-3. Ball 1 to Dale. Dale 0 for 2 on the day. A 4-3 ground out in the first inning. A 6-3 ground out in the second. And here up and now in the fifth. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Turns, throws over to first. And that is 1 away. I'm always waiting for a good John Lester moment where he just like throws it 5 feet away into the dirts. All right, here we go. That brings up a Kim Ho-young. He's 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his first at-bats, a 5-3 ground out in his second. Was eliminated on the Kim Sun-bin ground out, though, as he wasn't able to come around and score, as that one misses up high, and it's 1-0. If you're Kia, you got to start thinking about pitch counts here. 52 pitches through 4.1 innings. Everybody he works with wonders why he just has some random guy yelling and screaming about bunts and managers being idiots coming out of his pocket. All right, the 1-1 pitch to the center fielder. That one is fouled away, 1-2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you get to go to a game? Hopefully you got to go to a game. I know these days they're pretty difficult to get tickets for most. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Up high though. Man, it's 2-2. Just some cannon fodder. As the 2-2 pitch. That's fouled just straight back. Stays 2-2. Hey, this pitch right here, this is going to be the same amount of pitches he threw last inning. He's already thrown the same amount of pitches he threw back in the second inning. Thank you, Jim. Oh, look at that, boys. You guys got some gifts, as that is going to be stroked into the outfield, and that is going to be a single. Jim giving away gifts, ladies and gentlemen. Let it finish up. I think that was it. There we go. Thank you, Jim. Those of you guys that aren't aware, I have memberships on my channel. Jim helping me out. Oh yeah, it's really hard to get tickets as a foreigner. I know there's some little situations where they have like digital deficiency or something is what they call it, where those that aren't able to get to tickets easily, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah, you can go, and that's the thing. So, what Jim just gave you guys is a membership. I started memberships this year. I think it's $1 a month, just a way to help out the channel. There we go. DiGiorno joining too. Thank you, Jim, for rolling that out. But yeah, memberships. I think it's $1 a month, just a way to help me out. As the 0-1 pitch, and that is in the low 1-1. Yeah, yeah. GS7 is what he just said is KT, and this is the reason why I often tell people, foreigners, that they should be KT fans, as that one catches the inside and it's 1-2. KT is the only a team that allows foreigners to buy tickets. They're the only team that allows international cards to purchase tickets. So a lot. That's what I say. A lot of if you're a foreigner, not necessarily a foreigner living in Korea like me, like an expat. I'm talking about foreigners who visit, or foreigners who don't live in Korea and that want to follow the KBO. I really KT is a strong suggestion to follow, I guess, as that one misses outside. Yeah, yeah. If anybody is wanting to know what it's like going to a game, if you go to my channel, my YouTube channel, and yeah, they have their own purchases system, but it's awful. As the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be a slap to the first baseman that throws it to second. It gets him out there, back to first, not in time, and the 3-6 putouts puts 2 away. KTG is stuck, yeah. But yeah, so KT has their own ticketing. They have the same ticket link, the same ticketing system, but their app actually has a foreigner friendly ticketing. So they're really nice about it. They also have pretty good English service, and they're really friendly towards foreigners because they have a lot of foreigners, because they are the closest team to Pyeongtaek, which is where the military base is. So all right, a 2 away now. That brings up a Kim Do Young, as Kim Do Young is eliminated there on the base pass, and Kim Sun Bin now. And Kim Do Young looks at the ball 1, and it's 1-0. Yeah, you could have sent me a message then, Demas. Demas. I don't know what I'm gonna call you. Uh, I've been in Korea since 2014. I'm on my 12th year. I've been in here for 12 years. I'm on year number 13 right now. Season ticket holder for a few years, but like I was saying, if you really want to see what it's like to be in the cheer section, I had front row tickets into the cheer section as the 2-0 misses way outside there. And I'm talking front row, like front seats. I If you go to my YouTube channel and look up, I think it's under the playlist KBO Experience. I have 360-degree videos where you can actually immerse yourself basically in the middle of the cheer section. As that one is nowhere near any strike zone in the country of Korea, and he walks them. Runners on first and second now. All right, Dave. There we go. That's much easier. Damas. Yeah. So I have a vehicle that is called a Damas, which is Damas. And keep wanting to call you Damas Land. And that is a huge compliment, by the way, to be called Damas. All right, it's Kim Do Young over at first base now, and number 5 hitter Castro. He had a 2 RBI double back in the first inning when they had runners on first and second. Can he do it again? But yeah, YouTube channel, 360-degree videos. You can really feel what it's like to be in the cheer section. Make sure you follow the description so you can turn it into 4K and you can move your phone around, or if you have VR goggles or whatever. All right, that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. That's right. I got my remote control Thomas over there. I was bragging about it yesterday. Just wait. The Damas is legendary. And now the 0-1 pitch way, way up. 1-1. 796 cc's of pure raw power. Yeah, I'm pretty gentle when I'm going around corners. Man, that's ooh, must be a loose stitch on the old baseball to get that strike. So when your team is up, you don't sit down. You sit down whenever your team is when your team is batting. Yeah, you're standing the whole time. Like I mean, the whole time. My watch, like if I have an Apple Watch, so like whenever I would like I would never have to worry about hitting the exercise ring, and he catches him looking at a pitch that he must have gotten 2 loose stitches because they caught the sides, the edges of both of those. Castro's looking to find out what the hell the strike zone is. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0. Yeah. So what I again for those of you that aren't familiar, I live in Korea. I've been in Korea since 2014. Uh, this year, so I was a season ticket holder until 2024. So I used to go to 70 to almost 100 games this season. Uh, this year, me and 2 of my buddies, they come in here often. One is Stefan and one is Big Kiwi. We are going to go to every single baseball stadium and basically show you guys what going to games is like. I have a Daewoo Damas. It's like a K car, but it's a van. It's a 5-passenger van, 796 cc's of pure raw unadulterated power. It will go 114 kilometers an hour if you push it real hard. But so we were going to start going to games, but we don't like to 2 o'clock games, so we're going to wait till June. Uh, the 2 o'clock streams are really good for my channel. So starting in June on the weekends, I probably won't be streaming a lot on Saturdays because we will be heading to all 9 stadiums, but 10 games since Doosan and Jamshil or Doosan and LG both share Doosan or Jamshil. So I think I got all of that. Hopefully you guys understand that. So going at yeah, we'll be headed in June, probably the first weekend of June. We'll start to really looking at tickets, as that's a swing and a miss from Yu Chan. It's so much different. Like I don't know how. Like it's impossible to just broadly explain as the 01 and 1. Yu Chan struck out looking in his first at bat. That is low, and it's 2-1. Cost of living is way, way, way less. I'm a teacher. Jamshil is the oldest. This stadium right here is the oldest. I think it was 1982. This is the last year of this, though. Yeah, so in June, the Saturday and Sunday games go to 5 o'clock. Is that one is lifted up? A left fielder under it though, and that's one away. Yeah, so there's 5 o'clock Saturday games, except one game per week is a 2 o'clock game in April and May on Saturdays. And then in June, all the games go to 5 o'clock. So we prefer the 5 o'clock games because we'd like to be able to go, obviously, partake in the fun. And then also, we're thinking about doing a little showing you guys what it's like out on the town. The newest stadium is Hanwha Stadium that opened last year, as the 01 is in there for a strike and it's 1-1. So last year, Hanwha Stadium opened. I went to the opening ceremony for them, but I have not actually been to a game there. NC also has a new stadium. That is the second newest stadium. I have a video up on my YouTube channel of when I went to that stadium in I think 2021. Yeah, no Monday games except makeup games, as the 0-2 is way, way up high and it's a 1-2. Yeah, no makeup games no Monday games except late in the season when they're trying to get through all the games to start everything. SSG Incheon, they're building a new stadium. I think 2027. I think next year is their last year. That's a ground ball to Erie, a glove toss. He makes it. Not the most beautiful, graceful glove toss I've ever seen in my life, but it gets the job done, and that's 2 away. Samsung has a newer stadium. Kia also has a newer stadium. Those stadiums have opened, and Gochuk or Kium has a newer stadium. Yeah. All right. So thanks, Gremlin. Cost of living is way, way cheaper here in Korea. Way, way cheaper. Like my internet, for instance, I pay 5,000 won a month, which is about $3.50. And I have 1 gig internet. Not just 1 gig down. I have 1 gig down and 1 gig up for about $3.50 a month, which is why I'm able to stream so nicely. But electronics are expensive. Cars are kind of expensive, as that's in there for strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah. Electronics pretty expensive. Clothes are pretty cheap. Importing things is very expensive. Oftentimes there's like something like a 30 or 35% import cost for a lot of stuff. That's your Gremlin. Swing and a miss there. I have UHD, basically like a Alexa kind of thing, or Apple TV or something like that. I have that in my main room and here in my studio. Uh, for all of that, for two UHD set top boxes and my internets, I pay half, not even half of what you pay. I pay maybe a third of what you pay. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch is that one bounced in thy dirt. Yeah, the SSG Stadium, and it's going to be have the Starfield Mall attached to it also. Yeah, insurance is pretty cheap also. Yeah, I live I live on the 33rd floor. Houses are so Korea is the same size as Ohio, but it's there's more mountains than Colorado, and you have a population that is basically California, New York, and like three other states combined. Poop, you give up, as that is going to be a liner into the gap that might roll a little farther. He's going to cut it off, but he's going to hold up there and head back to first base, and he's on base with a 2 outs is single. Yeah. All right, to Pak Ji Hoon now. Yeah, apartments are the norm. When I first moved here, they had studio. We had a studio apartment for my job. It was a 19 floor building, but I moved into a villa which is 4 floors or less. But the views were awful, as that one is in there for a strike, and it's on one. Pak Ji Hoon singled in his last at bats. A line out to the what did I say? The third baseman in his first at bat. All right, Gremlin. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning for you guys. 2 o'clock game tomorrow. As that is ripped right to the Olay with the E6. Olay on the E6, and we've got runners on first and second. Woo! All right, Luke. I'll be back tomorrow. 2 o'clock game. Here we go. Pak Chun Soo 0 for 2 on the day with 2 Ks. That is gets away, but not far enough. And they'll head back to their bases. They were just waiting for you to be here, Alan. They were just waiting for you to be here. Those of you watching, please hit the thumbs up button. That allows, whether it's on YouTube for the like or the up for SOOP. Both are very helpful. SOOP is extremely helpful. As here we go, the 1-0 pitch, runners on first and second. And that is way up high, and it's 2-0. 86 pitches now for Iuri. Is he going to be able to finish this fifth inning? Also, those of you watching on Soup, next to my name is a little star. If you click that star, that is how you become a loyal viewer or follower or something like that. So those of you in YouTube, obviously, I would love for you to subscribe. As here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at ball 3. Yeah, they used all their runs, though. They used all their runs, Dave. Ah. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Why would you swing at the strike when you could swing at the balls? And it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle. That's going to be a ground ball, but gets foul. Stays 2-2. And the 2-2 way outside runs the count full. "90 pitches from Uri. Time is called by." Using up all your runs in the first game of the week. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch sets up on the inside. Nope. Checks over on the runner. You can buy a bottle, give everybody a shot, and still get change back from your 5. For those of you who don't know, soju is the green goblin of alcohol. $2 for a bottle. As the 3-2 swing and a miss at ball 4. Third strikeout of the day for him. And that's is the 8th strikeout of the day for Uri as they leave another 2 on. Another offer with runners on base. We'll take a little bit of a break and we'll come back as it's 3-0. right, we're back. Logue is still out there. 20 pitches in that last inning. Put him at 69. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss as he goes down to his knees. Hawk Mean leading things off. Make sure my mic is still working right. And that's going to be ground ball foul. So here's what, Dave, here's what they say. Doubleheaders cannot be scheduled for 2 consecutive weeks. Doubleheaders can only be scheduled from Sunday, April 12th to Sunday, May 31st, and can only be scheduled on Sundays if a Saturday game is canceled. So only Saturday games gets the doubleheader. All right, the 0-2 pitch misses way up high. I didn't realize it was only Saturday games, but I knew it started last weekend. Big dinger, you ain't kidding, man. The 1-2 pitch is lifted up, center fielder coming in, but the second baseman out in the grass. And one away. So hopefully that answers your question, Dave. Steve, it helps when you play Hanwha. All you got to do to start streaking is play against Hanwha. Here we go. Kim Gyu Sung. Whoa! That is a questionable strike by the old robots. Yeah, now the 0-1 pitch. That misses, and it's a 1-1. No problem. Again, I thought it was a weekend series. They would have a makeup doubleheader, but yeah, apparently not Friday games. Kind of weird, but the 1-1 pitch misses inside at 2-1. Hopefully after this weekend, I'll have all the music added. Been super busy with work. As the 2-1 pitch way outside, and it's 3-1. Kim Gyu Sung, 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in his first at bat, then struck out looking to start the 5th. 3 straight games that we're having some pitchers duels, ladies and gentlemen. What the heck is happening with the KBO? Is that's going to be a ground ball? Second baseman picks it up, throws over to first. 2 away. We had a big pitchers duel with LG and Lotte. Then yesterday, another pitchers duel. And now again today. I guess plutonium. All of the Hanwha used up the league's allotment of walks, I guess. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Mexican food. I miss burritos, tacos, and Mexican food, man. As that is in there for a strike. 0-2. Yeah, about 4 hours. If you go from Seoul to Busan, about 4 to 5 hours. All right, the 0-2 pitch catches him looking. I don't know. Did he think he was still catching? Did he think he was still catching? That's why he didn't swing? What was that? I would not. What is your definition of good for beginners? El Pino 323? No, I have no idea what that means. I'm guessing that's a restaurant that, since I was talking about Is it in Seoul or where is it at? Ah, yeah, I figured Pyeongtaek would be the best place to really get good Mexican. That like so when I moved here again, I moved here in 2014. I went back one time. I've been back in 2017. Is the only time I've been back home. And yeah, it's the first place I went is my buddy has a Mexican restaurant, and that's the first place I went. I've never I've been wait, no. I've been to Itaewon twice. I've been to Itaewon twice in 12 years. All right. Itaewon, the rising sun out there on the mound. Itaewon. Kiwi's favorite pitcher. Oh, on the border. I've never been to like the chain. Oh, Jongnohae. I've never been to those American chain restaurants while I've lived in Korea. All right, Yang Yi leads things off. 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. That's in there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Park Jun Soon struck out in the end of the first inning. Yang Yi started the next inning with a single. Park Jun Soo struck out to end the second inning, as that one is up high, 1-1. To end the third inning, and the fourth inning, Yang Yi started the game or the inning off with a walk. Park Jun Soon struck out in the fifth inning to end that inning, and here we go with Yang Yi. Can he start the inning off with another base runner that doesn't come around? And the 1-2 is fouled away. Stays 1-2. Yeah, I've been to Itaewon, I think twice. Anytime I go to Seoul, there's one thing on my mind when I go to Seoul. And I know you guys you're gonna rip me for it, because that's gonna be a ground ball to the third baseman, down to his knees, gets back to his feet, throws it, and that is gonna be an infield single. And what did I say, ladies and gentlemen? What did I say? No, never. I think I had Outback Steakhouse once when I lived in Korea, when I lived in the U.S. Park Jun Soo strikeout to end the first. Yang Yi leadoff single. Park Jun Soo strikeout to end the third. Fourth inning, Yang Yi leadoff walk. Park Jun Soo strikeout to end the fifth. Yang Yi leadoff. We'll find out what that is. I don't know if it's if they're going to give him an infield hit. I don't know if they will or not. All right, so Cameron looks at ball one low. He is one of the guys that is happiest to see Iuri out, as he is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. We'll see what the official ruling is. They do give him a hit. That's outside at 2-0. Toowoomba Pasta Korean Outback Dreams. Yeah, I'm not a big chain restaurant guy, except for the one place, again, that I always visit in Seoul anytime I go. I'm sure you guys can guess as he lifts that one up. That's his ranging over as the right fielder under it. And one away. Brings up the number 6 hitter. My favorite place to visit to eat in Seoul is me? No, I did not. Is Taco Bell. All right. Sona Sup is pinch hitting here. Couple former Hanwha Eagles meeting up. Taco Bell straight to awesomeness. Taco Bell in Korea is nice though. And Jacob, I'm not real happy about that whole fantasy thing. That their calculations are all jacked up. Like yesterday, Kiwi got credits for wins and losses for a guy that had a loss. He got credits for wins and losses for a guy that didn't factor in the decision, as that's a ground ball foul. It's 1-1. Yeah, don't come between me and my Taco Bell, man. Give me all the Taco Bell. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. When I was in fifth and sixth grade, I think fifth and sixth grade, I used to deliver papers. I had a paper routes, and I lived in the capital city. So I only delivered mainly businesses and downtown with the like the government buildings. As the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is lifted up. But we'll get out of play a souvenir. Yeah, I think so. But so I used to deliver papers when I was when I was 5 or 6 or fifth or sixth grade or whatever. And then my mom worked for the paper at the time. And so I would wait for her to get off. But here's the greatest thing ever. And I will fight anybody who says otherwise, as that is up high at 2-2 now. Uh the Taco Bell that was downtown had a buffet. They had a buffet. That's right. You could go and you could pay. It was something, I don't know, like $5.99 or something. And you tell them what you want. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. Who once again sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. Strikeouts and number. So yeah, you go and you pay whatever it is, $4.99, $5.99, whatever. And you're like, oh, I want a burrito and a taco or whatever. And then yeah, yeah. You're like, what? No way, greatest thing ever. Yeah, and you did tell them what you want, and then you'd go eat, and then you'd take your receipts and you'd go back and you'd be like, oh, I want this and this now. And like, yeah, they had a Taco Bell buffet as Kang Sung Ho steps in, and that is in there for a strike. 0-1. Yeah. Again, the greatest buffet ever. I will fight anybody on that. I lived in Vegas for a while. I've been to Vegas a few times, and I've gone to the super expensive all you can eat buffets. Yeah, nothing compared to a Taco Bell buffet. As the 0-1 is a grounded foul. 0-2. Hong Sung Ho. 1 for 2 on the day, a single in his first at bat, and a liner caught by the diving third baseman in his last at bat. Uh it was before 1998. Oh yeah, way better than Pizza Hut buffet. The 0-2 pitch is up high. 1-2. Oh, again, I was in fifth or sixth grade and they lost money on me. Well, taco technically they didn't lose money because Taco Bell is what? A burrito costs them like 14 cents as that is into the dirts. 2-2 now. Yeah. Pizza Hut buffet, nothing. Nothing on a Taco Bell buffet. Makes me want to just drive to drive to Seoul right now. As the 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle. And that is ripped. That is going to get into the corner. Yang E.G. is rounding the second. He's going to head to third, but he's not going to be able to come home. As ladies and gentlemen, Kang Sung Ho has given Doosan their first hit with a runner on base as they get the foreigner in the crowd dancing. If only they had somebody with a little bit more speed, they would have. That's right, Dinger. Back when America was a real country and I had a Taco Bell buffet. All right, EU Chan steps in 0 for 2 on the day. Has struck out looking in his first at bat, a fly out to left in his second. He led off last inning, and that is a fly out to right, but gets out of play, and it's 0-1. 0-1 count, 20 pitches now for Lee Tae-yong, the rising sun. Sun is setting on his career. Here we go. 0-1 to count. Number 8 hitter EU Chan. That misses up high, 1-1. He was hitting a robust 77 coming into today's game. Only gone lower. Only gone lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven advertisement. That's it. Doosan, you got to up your game. The 1-1 pitch. That is turned on, but it's a foul. 1-2. Korea does have some really good buffets, though. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch. And fouled straight back again. No, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch just sets up on the outside. Lifts that one to right field. Going over, though, making the catch in foul territory is the right fielder. And that leaves another 2 on. They've left 8 on. We go to the 7th inning. It's 3-0. At least they finally got a hit with a runner on base, ladies and gentlemen. They finally got a hit with a runner on base. They did give whoever finally. All right. Thank you, Dave. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be, again, Samsung versus LG. That was a 2 o'clock game. So I think it's around 11 o'clock, midnight or so in the U.S. Yeah, oh Jacob, your guys aren't helping out. Zach Logue still out there, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the seventh. Gonna have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. 81 pitches from Logue. And that's going to be lifted to getting a foul, though. Park Jae-hyun 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in his first at-bats, and then ground ball to the first baseman in his second. Jacob is a big Doosan fan. Steve, a big Kia fan. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Double check my strikeouts. All right. And the 0-2 pitch chops that into their third baseman, throws, and he can't throw it. Says he in there with a infield single. He fast, ladies and gentlemen. He like Jimmy Johns. He freaky fast. Freaky fast. Oh, a leadoff single has got him on the base pass. Dale comes up now, 0 for 3 on the day. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on first, nobody out. You guys know what time it is. It's the 7th inning, which means it's time to bunt. It's time to bunt. The fact that he didn't even attempt to throw tells you how fast he is. But I'm super excited about our runner on first, nobody outs. Again, the guy's so fast that you didn't even get a throw from the third baseman, yet you're going to bunt to put him on second base instead of letting him try to steal a base against a guy that does not throw out a lot of base runners. Man, another 1-0 pitch. He pulls the bat back, and it's outside 2-0. The little league attempts right here. Plays like little league. Offense, defense, and pitching, ladies and gentlemen. Coaching, especially, as that one's way inside, and it's 3-0. Let me guess, you're still going to try to bunt. And he threw one in there for a strike, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I got a buddy who's sending me some messages. I need to talk with him. It's been a while. All right, the 3-1. He's going to put the bat down to bunt again, pulls it back. That's going to be a chopper to the second baseman. A backhand toss. I think he might be safe. Backhand toss to the shortstop. He is conceding that he's out. Congratulations. Let's all cheer. for the pullback slash bunts that doesn't get him over, and they've wasted a leadoff single. KBO coaching, only the best. Yeah, he was out. All right, Dale over at first base. That ball is nowhere near the plate, and it's 1-0. Play some good defense, Steve, and then you bunt with a runner on first and nobody out. 2 steps, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Channeling my Paula Abdul here in the top of the 7th inning. Gonna go out and talk to the man on the mound. 6.1 innings might be it for him. I love how the I still love how the foreign players use their glove to cover their mouth when nobody in that dugout is reading their lips. Nobody. As that is the last mound visit for him. Imola. What is that? WEC. No idea. Steve, what is WEC? All right, the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be ball 3. All right, here we go. The 3-0 pitch. Right down thy middle, 3-1. All right, the 3-1 pitch. That misses outside and ball 4. Runners on first and second now, bringing up the number 3 hitter, Kim Sun Ben, as that should be it for him. Nope, we're going to keep him out there. And ball 1. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, 1-0 pitch. And that is going to be into the gap. That is going to score both of them as it's going to roll to the wall. Kim Sun Ben is going to put this game over as both of them come on home. And it's 5-0. Why was he still out there? Why was he still out there is the question. No way, Jim. Doosan's manager should have listened to you. You told him not to, and he's still out there. They're still keeping him out there. Pops him up, gets fouled and out of play. They still have him out there, too. What's the other score? 5-0. Thank you, Stefan. Yeah, the 0-1 pitch. Big dinger getting the booty working on this Friday night. 0-2 pitch now coming up. I gotta make some I gotta make make some whatever yeah, you got me, man. I have no idea why he's still out there. Like if they would have listened to Jim and only had him pitch 6 innings, the game would be 3-0. Kiwi just came by to see the rising sun. And a swing and a miss, strikeouts for him as he puts it up to 100 now. Oh, they have so many random ones, Dinger. That one's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman that throws over to first. And a 3 away, but another 2 RBI double from Kia puts them up 5-0. Yeah, Soup has a ton of emoticons. I know they don't have a lots with YouTube. They do have one that I can do like for members, like as many members as I get, I can add in extra emoticons. So I'll try this weekend to get some, at least get the team emoticons. But yeah, the soup emoticons, they are you again it because it's a Korean company, you have a bunch like this guy here. You have a very like I don't know how to say like if you've ever watched Korean TV, it's a lot of uh like on-screen animation stuff. And so it follows on to here. But yeah, they have a ton. And obviously you have the baseball ones. Fishing. They have fishing. Basketball, volleyball. Oh, that's it. So they got all their sports. I don't know if there's and then there's also ones for if you're a member. Like here, if you're a member, you also have these. All right, so Wang Dong-ha out on the mound. It's Wang Dong-ha out on the mound. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters. And the first pitch is a ball. Not very good, Poop. Now the 1-0 pitch is way up high, 2-0. They, I mean, they have one hit with the runners on base. Jun Hyung Chang takes over at second. Park Jung Woo into left field for Castro. They have gone to the defensive ways, giving up any offensive options for the defense. And the 3-0 right down the middle. 3-1. Yeah, that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman that throws to first. One away. Flips the lineup back over. See if I can get this fixed here. Jump. Ooh. 4% chance. There's never a 0%. There we go. And that is up high inside, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I will put in the request for YouTube emotes for members. Is the 1-0. This is up high, 2-0. And the 2-0 way inside, 3-0. There is no zeros in the KBO. We all know that. No lead is safe. You could be up 5-0 with a team that can't get any hits, as that is a 4-pitch walk. Didn't even bother to take the bat off of his shoulder. He's on base for the second time today. I think Doosan has the best walk song. Doosan has the best walk song. Wang Dongha was a starter whenever they won the championship in 2024. He has not done well since then. That is going to be a ground ball through the left side. All right, to Pak Jun Soon coming up. He is all right. Pak Jun Soo struck out in the first inning, struck out in the third inning, struck out in the fifth inning. Swing and a miss there. Hitting 375 on the season with 3 strikeouts today. He is he heard us talking about Taco Bell. He heard us talking about Mexican, and he's attempting to get his golden sombrero as he looks at strike 2 right down the middle. One more strike, and he's got himself a golden sombrero that he's going to take and will go to get some old Taco Bell after the game, ladies and gentlemen. I know it. I know they got the stream on. That's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that one's through the left side. And will they hold him up? They're going to send him home. The throw home in time, but the catcher forgets to catch it. And both guys move up another base. That was a good throw home. That was a good throw home. The catcher forgot his name as the catcher. Did it hit Pak Chan Ho? I can't believe he sent him. Oh, it hit the runner. Say that throw looked good. All right, now, well, we've got a runner on second and third. That'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change. Don's finally on the board. Finally on the board. Back to back singles. There goes the shutouts. You had to say something, Jim. You had to say something about the two shutouts in the day. Again, mine is a little bit different than the official scoring. I gave an error on a play earlier. I don't know what happened, but is my soup stream messed up? Yeah, he 100% should have been out. Yang Ji will be coming up with a runner on second and third, one out. Well, again, we'll get a new pitcher here. Still waiting to see who the new pitcher is, though. Here comes the comeback, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Joe Sangu. 2.57 ERA on the season, 1-1 with one hold, 7 games, 7 innings, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 269, a batting average against, and a whip over 1. KT won 5-0. That game's already over? 2.5 hours? 2 hours? 2.5 hours? They just rolling through that game. Hopefully all the people that were watching that game are here now. Oh, runners on second and third. Yang Ji 2 for 2 on the day. Single in his first at bat, walk in his second at bat, single in his next. This is the first time he's not leading off an inning. He will face the Joe Suhan or Joe Sang-woo. Not a good start to the season for him. He has cleaned it up as of late. That is why Kia has turned around and done well this season because of the bullpen. Swing and a miss there. 146 on the gun is Yang Ji looking to make this a one-run game. Yang Ji. Yang Ji. Best catcher in the league by far, no questions about it. The 0-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. Lifts that one to right field. That is going to go. Right fielder makes the sliding catch. That'll bring in another run. He'll tag up and also go to third. And that's be a sacrifice fly to but to 2 outs now. Yang Ji not getting on base for the first time. Really? I don't think that's right. 3 of them were rainouts today. Jim, what does it say? I'll look at the Korean radar as he steps off the back of the mound. That misses up high. I want to know. Here's Jim. The white is I don't think you're gonna be able to see that at all. But I get 0 rain in the forecast for tomorrow. I get 0 rain in the forecast at all for tomorrow. Yes, here comes the 1-0 pitch. The Cameron lays off of it to 2-0. Cameron, not a good day. 2 strikeouts, a fly out to right. Yeah. No, those were rainouts today. Tomorrow, no. There's no rain in the forecast after like 1 or 2 a.m. Oops. Doosan did score another one. As that one has popped up. Right fielder, the first baseman giving chase in foul territory. And that will be 3 away. They get to 2 on a walk and a couple hits and a sacrifice. We'll go to the 8th inning at 5-2. I think that's right. Finally getting a hit with a runner on base, ladies and gentlemen. All right, coming up is going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the old Kia Tigres in the top of the 8th. So they'll have the top of the lineup probably. They'll try to get the top of the lineup coming up one more time for Doosan. If they don't, well, then they've got no chance of winning. Yeah, I definitely. That's exactly what I think it is, Jim. Yeah, I think it's 100% to today's weather. Like if I look at the radar right now, it looks awful down south. But if I look at tomorrow's radar or tomorrow's forecast, it's nothing. Yeah, Stefan is farther south. He's actually going. He is driving to Daejeon tomorrow to eat chicken and watch baseball. Is a Yang Jae Hoon out on the mound? A 7.71 ERA, is 7 games, 7 innings, 11 strikeouts, 9 walks, a 276 batting average against, and a 2+ whip. This is up high. Well, again, remember, Jim, tomorrow you have 2 different sets of games. You have the 2 o'clock games and the 2 o'clock game, and you also have the 5 o'clock games. Oh, you got baseball practice tomorrow? All right. The fakes the bunt, pulls it back, and with good reason, because that's ball 3. Do you practice in Sejong or do you practice in Daejeon? 3-0 pitch, way up high, ball 4. Nowhere near the strike zone on any of those. And the leadoff batter's on base. Yeah. This is a beautiful, beautiful bullpen baseball. Under the bridge with the trolls. All right, Kim Yu Sung is going to bunt. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, runner on first and nobody out. He just walked you guys on 4 straight pitches. So why wouldn't you bunt? Do most of your guys live in Sejong or Daejeon? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, runner on first. Nobody out. You're up by 3 in the top of the 8th. The guy just walked you on 4 straight pitches and then throws that one way up high. Why the hell wouldn't you bunt? Why wouldn't you bunt? Which one? There were 3 of them in the game. This is the second. Well, I guess Dale pulled it back. Almost overthrows the first baseman there. You gotta love whatever this KBO stuff is called. Not baseball, ladies and gentlemen. And Mrs. Lowe, 2-1. Just hold the bat out there and just pretend like you're gonna hit it, so you keep throwing it away from the bats. Could you imagine one of these KBO bullpen guys pitching at like a carnival game with the milk jugs? And he gets the bunt down. What a great play by the third baseman. Ladies and gentlemen, there we got it. We've got a bunt into a 5. Double play, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate that. What a play by the third baseman. 5-6-4 double play, ladies and gentlemen. 5-6-4 double play. And then he throws the next pitch into the dirt. Oh, KBO, I love you. You're the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, but I love you. Oh, Alan, who knows? I mean, the 1-1 pitch throws it in the dirt. He can't throw any strikes, but you don't need to throw strikes when the other team's willing to give you all the outs you can possibly imagine. Oh, man. Yeah, Jim, it's awful. The 2-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Like, Jim, if this is that right there is why, like, I could never I could never bunt, I could never bet money on the KBO, as the 2-2 pitch is fouled away, stays at 2-2. Jim, they wouldn't even make it out of this game. The like the owners would literally call to the dugouts and tell them to leave. But we've got a full count. That's like a cherry on the top of a 5-6-4 double play, as that is going to be a liner. It just gets better. This inning just gets better. It just gets better. Comes up with a hit after a 5-6-4 double play. Oh my. You can't. You can't, Jim. Like, if anybody ever said that the KBO was rigged or scripted, you'd have to send him to the insane asylum, because there's no way you can make this stuff up. As the Pak Hyun steps in, he's the speedy guy. Now this guy, I could see bunting right here. I would actually, this is where I would think about bunting. Not to obviously not to move the runner up, but because he's so good, he could bunt for a hit if they're playing back, but don't need to because you're sending that one to center field, and that's 3 away. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that might be the first time I no, that's not maybe yeah, that might be the first time I've seen a 5-6-4 double play. But we'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 5-2. It's 5-2. Like I've seen 5-6-3 double plays.
Thank you for the recommendation, J Circle.
Thank you, Circle. Yeah, oh my. Oh, KBO. It's so entertaining. In like a not a fabulous way, but like a like entertaining. It's like a train wreck, or like a car crash. You just can't turn your head away from it. All right. Well, we'll have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Doosan as I'm sure they're all laughing in the dugouts. All right, I got to do some calculations here. All right, to Josu Hang is still out there, bringing up old SOOP in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I don't know what they think, Jim. Like, hey, he's raised his average up from when his stints with the Hanwha Eagles is in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-2. SOOP struck out in his first at bat, 0 for 2, 0-2 counts now. Rips that one, but it's a foul. Man, what a treat on this Friday night. You know, a lot of people go out to the bars, go to the clubs for their entertainment. Like with baseball, not only do you get to watch a baseball game, you also thank you. You also get to watch a comedy show. As go to is into the dirt, so 1-2. Oops, inside. You get to, watch a little bit of baseball, and you get to watch pure comedy. It's like the best of both worlds. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside. That's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop says, "Here, let me help you, old man. I'll kick the ball into the outfield. That way, you can get on base." Let me kick the ball into the outfield. That way, you can get on base. Right off the old heel of the glove. Only in the KBO, Jim. Only in the KBO. All right. Kang Sung Ho steps in now. That's in there for a strike on the inside, and it's 0-1. Wouldn't it be amazing if this game ended up going to extra innings and we look back on that on that 5-6-4 double play as the turning point in this game? All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and a swing and a miss at a pitch that hit the line of the other batter's box, and it's 0-2. Don't need to worry about coming back when Doosan keeps striking out on pitches and nowhere near the strike zone. All right. Nobody out. Runner on first was fast 20 years ago when he took the when he started in the KBO. And a swing and a miss on another ball. Strikeouts. Another strikeouts. Another strikeouts. And another strikeouts. We bring up the number 8 hitter, Yu Chan. We'll see if we start to get into some pinch hitters here. He should have taken his luggage with him. Should have taken his luggage. There's my pinch hitter. Get one here. Kim Tae is pinch hitting here. Kim Tae pinch hitting 125 on the season. He does have one hit, is a home run though. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. That's a good question, Poop. That's almost as good a question as why you bunt with a runner on first and nobody out. Both are awful strategies. As the 0-1 pitch, that is in the dirts. 1-1. So while you guys are checking it out, please, if you're over on YouTube, hit the little thumbs up, hit the like button. If you're on Soup, also hit the thumbs up. That is a recommendation or an up, very, very important on Soup. Also, you can obviously make sure you subscribe over on YouTube if you have not yet. And if you're on Soup, make sure you find that little star, click the star. That is how you follow me, how you become a loyal viewer over on the oldest Soup. Kiwi's got the thumb going. Yes, here we go. The 1-1 pitch way outside at 2-1. 16 pitches now for Josu Hong or Josu Hong. I keep wanting to say Josu Hang, who's the next batter for Doosan. Jo Sang-woo, 16 pitches. But you also have to think he pitched last inning, had to warm up to get into the game, then pitch, then warm up. So he's thrown quite a few pitches. The 2-1 is going to be a ground ball through the side. No, the second baseman, a diving stop. It gets him at first. An absolute beaut of a defensive play saves possibly a run. The 4-3 moves him up to second base. Absolute fantastic play. Diving way out onto the grass, makes the play, gets back to his feet, throws the runner out. That's a fantastic play considering also he ended up taking over for defense. All right, to Josu Hang. Nope, we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Kim Min Suk, I believe, or Kim Min Hyuk. I can't remember. Kim Min Hyuk, I think. Yeah. Kim Min Suk. Kim Min Hyuk is KT. All right, Kim Min Hyuk, a pinch hitting here. Kim Min Suk. Yeah, now that's ball one. 1-0. Kim Min Suk was part of the trade there. Lotte got their shortstop. 316 with the runners in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch. That is ripped, but it's foul. 1-1. Da-da-da-da. Slow wagging of the bats back and forth. It means suck. 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, just on the corner, and throws it way low, 2-1. Have to look at that pitch counts at 20 pitches now for the right hander. But again, 20 pitches, but that's over 2 innings. And we got to factor in that's extra warming up. And here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Fouls it away, 2-2. It means suck 316 on the season. Why? Because Stone Cold said so. I know Kiwi got that reference. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Doosan looking to get at least 1 run back here after Kia's whatever that was in the top. And he lays off. I don't think he went. Runs the count full. Home plate umpire shaking his head. Nope, nope, nope. If anybody saw that, home plate umpire shaking his head saying, nope, he did not go. Don't even try to say he did. All right. 3-2 pitch, 23rd pitch of the game for Joe Song-woo. And here we go. 3-2 pitch, swings and fouls away, ball 4. Trying to get him chase. He did, but he just got a piece. We'll have another 3-2 pitch coming up here. What's the glove to the ear? Gets his call. I think the catcher said throw a strike. I think that's what he said. I could hear it. I could actually hear it in my ear. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch. That is ripped. That is going to drop in, and that's going to roll. 1 run is going to come in, and Kim Min Suk is sliding into shorts or seconds shorted. And that is going to be an RBI double, bringing the game a little closer, 5-2. Kim Min Suk slid, went right for the crotch of the shortstop. Oh, right into the knee. That's why. Right ear, right into the right knee of Dale. Ouch. I do flip the lineup back over. Kim Min Suk now over. It's a second. Again, this is what I was talking about. They're out on the mound to talk to the pitcher. Again, leaving him out there. I just don't get this. I just don't understand this. Park Chan-ho, 1 for 3 on the day. He'll fly out to center in his first at bat, fly out to center in his second. A single, a walk, and a run scored just last inning. All right, so Park Chan-ho looking as a chance to tie this game up. And the first pitch is fouled away, though, and it's 0-1. He's something, Kiwi. He's the reason. What's up, Arpo? All right, here we go. 0-1 pitch now sets up just below the waist. And it slapped foul into the Doosan cheer section. Hopefully, everybody's got their head up. 0-2 now. I don't know if Pak Chan-ho has any home runs this year. They're going to go up with a high fastball. I like it. Fouls it away. And this is the pitch that if teams went with more, these guys cheat on their swing to get anything over 140, they would easily blow it past them or get them to chase like they did there. These right-handed batters even the left-handed batters just rip on those high fastballs, and they are not very successful at them. 27 pitches now for Jo Sang-woo, the 0-2 count. And a little bloop into center field, but he's going to make the catch. And that ends the 8th inning, but they get one. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's 5-3 Kia. They're in a crisis because they bunted into a 5-6-4 double play. That's why. 5-6-4 double play. Still mind blowing, honestly. Five, 6-4 double play. All right, I got to do some more calculations here. All right, the Kia will have the top of their lineup coming up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Coming up, we'll see who the Doosan brings out. Kim Jong-woo will come out. ERA of 0 in 5 games, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks, a 105 batting average against, and a 6.7 whip. So Jung Soo Bin into center field, and the first pitch is to the backstop. So Jung Soo Bin goes into center field. Kim Min Suk stays in at left, and Dale pops that one up, first baseman in foul territory, and makes the catch. One away brings up the number 2 hitter. Exactly like everybody picked. Kim Young, 2 for 3 on the day, a couple singles, a walk, a run scored. And the 0-1 pitch misses up high, 1-1. Oh, he hit him. He says he hit him. We'll see if he did or not. The umpire saying, I don't think so. I think they're going to look at the replay. Yeah, it didn't look like it to me, but they're a little closer than I am. All right, Jung Hyung Chung, swing and a miss there. They pulled him for defense. Earlier. He's hitting 0 on the season. Does have an RBI, though. Last year, he hit 263. Again, they pulled him for defense because they were up at the time 5-0. But he did play fantastic defense. They're showing the diving play there. Kim Sun-bin wouldn't have made that play. So now you got him up as obviously you have some issues. Yeah, I mean, the player is going to know if they got hit or not. They're going to feel it. All right, the 1-1 pitch. It sets up on the outside. Nope. We're going to check over on the runner. Again, Kim Ho-young has some speed. He's been on base 4 times now today. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Nope. Check on him over there again. Da, 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 da. Right, the 1-1 pitch. That's almost hits him. He didn't move. I like it. I like it. He's saying, I'll let you hit me. Yeah, definitely. The 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Nope. We're going to check over on the runner again. Exactly how everybody picked up Arpo. Kiwi, who's the number 1 cheerleader this year? Because I know it was the KT cheerleader, but I think she's taken the year off or something. The 2-1. It drives me nuts that both San Francisco and Lotte are named the Giants, but their mascot is a seagull. I'm not talking no personality involved, Kiwi. Only on appearance. As the 2-1 as he goes, but fouls it away, 2-2. Yeah. Arbo, I was telling Kiwi, somebody sent me a message asking with his reel, asking me if I knew who he was, if he was a friend of mine. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Brings up the number 4 hitter, Kim Do-young. You think so, Kiwi? And Kim Do Young lifts that one. Cameron giving chase. That's going to drop in. And Kim Do Young is going to come up with an RBI double to get Kia a run back. Kim Do Young doing things with the bat this year. That's going to bring up Pak Jung-woo. That is going to be a ground ball through the side. Is Kim Do Young going to come up? He is going to come on home as Cameron throws, but not in time. And this game is about over now. Defensive replacements coming up with hits. And that misses low, 2-0. I'm trying to confirm your picks. Kiwi, I have to disagree. Yeah. And that's a misses again, and it's a 3-0. Oh, Arpo. Arpo loving. If you go to their Namu Wiki page, the one next to her. Finally in there for a strike. And the 3-1 pitch sets up right down at the knees, and he hits him on the elbow. This game is quickly unraveling. Hey, we're going to finally get a change of the pitcher. Yeah, but they don't get paid from the team. So the way it works, Jim, is they get the teams hire companies. So there's I know one is like a Big Sky Cheer, and another one is Twinkle Cheer. I think there's a third one. So basically, the teams hire these companies. What's up, Swaggy? Yeah, they hire the teams hire through these companies for their the cheerleaders. The big thing in the news was Hanwha was complaining about the Korean cheerleaders that because they're basically getting huge contracts to go cheer in Taiwan. Like 10 to 20 times what they make in Korea. Now, unbid, unbi. Yeah, so they're getting like 10 to 20 times to go to Taiwan. So Hanwha and Hanwha and a couple others uh said that they wanted to complain about it and said that they wanted to ban the cheerleaders from going. Ban the cheerleaders from going to other like going to Taiwan. All right, Yoon Tae Ho out on the mound. Hong Ra. That one is turned on and lifted, but foul. You know what the worst part about this game is? Is that her name? And there we go. The 1-1 pitch. And he goes around 1-2. I don't either. I know nothing about him. I just had uh one of my friends was asking me which when they had the video and the 1-2 misses inside at 2-2. Kim Gyu Sung had the 5-6-4 double play bunt just last inning. All right, the 2-2 pitch. He turns on that one, lifts it to Cameron is ranging over there. An unneeded sliding catch. That is 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. It's a 7-3 as Kia is unloaded. All right, so Doosan will have their number 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. It is no longer a save situation, but that means nothing in the KBO, who love to bring out their closers with 4-run leads. Oh, we will see who they bring out. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is Kim Bum-Soo. 3.38 ERA, 1 save of 4 holds. Kim Bum-Soo out on the mound. He'll face the Pak Ji-hoon. First pitch is way outside, ball 1. Hoon, 3 for 4 on the day. 2 for 4 in my world. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-1. Did they finally catch the wolf? When did they catch it? One is lifted up into the air. Center fielder, right fielder giving chase. Right fielder under it. One away. Did they actually show it? Not my house. Maybe it moved into my old apartments. Maybe. I'm not too. I was only a couple kilometers from O World. Beautiful pitch in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Pak Jun Soon, 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 on the day. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss there. Another absolute beaut. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch rolls over. He's going to pick it up, turns, throws to first. A big stretch, but he gets the outs. And 2 away. Brings up Yang E.G. Was it when? So since I've been here, they've had the Puma escaped. They also had the zebra. A couple years ago was a zebra too. All right, Yang E.G. 2 for 2 on the day. A couple singles, a walk, a sacrifice. Yeah, a real wolf. And that misses outside. Not too far from my old house, my old apartments, not too far from the Hanwha baseball stadium. The 1-0 pitch. That is lifted up or given chase, but it gets out of play. And a 1-1. Yeah, so they since I've been in Korea, the ones that I remember in the last like five years, there was the zebra, the ostrich, a puma or mountain lion or whatever, and then just recently a wolf. The wolf was looking for they weren't looking for Eagles tickets, they were looking for the strike zone. That's a misses way inside at 2-1. How does a seal escape from departments? Like, what are you talking about, Arpo? Yeah, another 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss at 2-2. There, I couldn't tell if you were joking or not, Arpo, because this is Korea. Anything can go, man. Anything can go. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Pitch number 11 for Kim Bum Soo. Yang Yi-ji getting the chicken wing going, and that's fouled away. So while we wait for this last pitch, those of you guys watching on SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. That is an up, a recommendation of very importance. If you want to follow my channel, hit the little star next to my channel name. If you're on the YouTube, again, thumbs up, like it. Make sure you subscribe. I do 6 days a week, KBO streaming in English. You guys can go to the YouTube channel to pick which one. But right now we got a 2-2 pitch. That's a whoa. That is nowhere near a strike zone, and that runs the count full. 3-2. You can, if there's a team that you like to watch, you can go to my YouTube channel in the community section, and you can vote on which teams or which matchups you would want. I 100% Arpo. That is going to be a liner not caught by the first baseman. It's going to roll out into the outfield. And Yang Ji is going to be on for the fourth time today. And the game is not quite
Thank you for the
over.
recommendation, Lelitz.
Thank you, thank you. I couldn't hear it, Lullets or something like that. Those of you watching on YouTube, there's 28 of you watching right now on YouTube. If you live outside of Korea, and you look into the description of this video, you can actually see a link that is to my SOOP channel. On SOOP, I actually do. Yeah, they've been missing. That's my SOOP channel. SOOP is the international provider for the KBO, so I'm actually showing the game on SOOP. But here we go. Cameron looks at ball one on the outside. Cameron has been letting me down today. 2 strikeouts, a fly out to right, a fly out, a pop fly to the first baseman in foul territory. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the left side. And like I said, the game is not over yet. There is a pinch runner, but I'm not going to go through and change it. Rings up the number 6 hitter. Sona Sup steps in now. Sona Sup steps in. This is the KBO. That's right. These two were teammates last year with Hanwha. And that masses outside 1-0. 154 on the season, struck out in his first at bats. Is it Im Chang-gyu? Is it the same pitcher that they had today? The 1-0 pitch misses up. Oh no, gets a piece of the zone, and it's 1-1. If it's the same pitcher, he was pretty good last year, but he definitely had some issues earlier this year. 4.80 ERA. And the 1-1 pitch rolls over. 1-2. Last game, he pitched okay. 2 strikeouts. Oh, gave up 10 hits. Only 2 runs, though. He's pitched 5 innings each time. Last year, he pitched much better. That's right, Plutonium. 20 pitches is as scary as that is into the dirt. It's at 2-2. That's what he did last year. He came in to face occasional lefties, and that was it. This is probably his last batter. Right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Fouls it away. 20 pitches now for Kim Bum Soo. Same thing that it came into the problem with Jo Soo-hong or Jo Song-woo, who ended up giving up a couple runs in the 8th inning. KBO all-time hit leader. Just got traded to Doosan earlier this week. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. And that's will be the end of the game. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Kia gets out early to a big win early, or a big inning early in the first inning. Single by Kim Il Young was erased on a 6-4 groundouts, and then a walk, a double by Castro, a 2 RBI double, and then a RBI single from Pak Min in the first inning put them up 3-0. It was a pretty boring game, honestly. Not a lot of offense when they did have runners on from singles, or now they're just straight up advertising booze on. They've gotten. Is Spowtime baseball just came on. You guys can't watch it because I don't have the rights to broadcast this. But those of you guys that watch, you guys that you watch the regular TV or a regular broadcast or whatever, you always see the phone advertisements in the announcer's booth, where they just have the phone just blatantly displayed right there. They just had a table in front of the announcer, the head anchor or whatever for the TV, the baseball show, with the 3 cans of beer in front of her. They were a non-alcoholic beer, but that is a very interesting blatant advertisements. It's not even like a product placement in movies. It's just like here right in front of your face. But anyway, that was that. Kia up to the 3-0 lead. No, not yet. Not yet, Arpo. But I mean, honestly, both starters pitched pretty well. Iuri ended up getting the better of the two. 5 innings from him, 5+ innings. Ended up going, or five innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Lots of strikeouts, looking at lots of bad swings on pitches that they should not have been swinging at. Logue is going to end up getting the loss. He ended up pitching a 7+ innings, 101 pitches, or 7 innings. Ended up giving up 8 hits, 3 walks, of 8 strikeouts. Also gave up 5 runs. Thank you, Liletz. I'll be back tomorrow for the LG and Samsung game. That's at 2 o'clock Korean time. It's around midnight or so in the U.S. I don't know exactly what time anywhere else. So, but yeah, both starters pitched really well. They let Zach Logue out way too long. Ended up costing them a couple runs, and then obviously they left. Kia ended up leaving Joe Sang-woo out to too long. That ended up costing them a run. But you know, the story really was Doosan. They went. Let's see. Double check my math here. They went 5 for 24 with runners on base. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for the memberships. Okay. Oh, 5 for 24 with runners on base. They went 2 for, let me double check my math here. 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They had runners on base a lot. They just couldn't do anything once they had them. What's up, Bass? Kia, on the other hand, they came up. They ended up going 6 for 20 with runners on base. They ended up going 4 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That was the big thing. Yeah, so I'll have 2 streams prepared since it's not a big deal. Yeah, 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. But the bigger thing again is the 5 for 24 with runners on base. 5 for 24 with runners on base. The reason why is because the 5 hits came in the last 4 innings, where they actually put some pressure on. But really, Doosan had base runners all day. They just couldn't do anything once they got base runners on. And if you look at the Doosan's each inning, they had a leadoff runner on in the second inning. They had a leadoff runner on in the third inning. They had a leadoff runner in the fourth inning. They had a leadoff runner on in the sixth inning. They had, they just had a leadoff runner on in the eighth inning. They had a leadoff runner on in almost every single inning. And I think 6 of the 9 innings. But once they got the runner on, they still couldn't do anything. Kia did not play particularly well on defense. They had a couple errors. Uh, they had 2 errors for sure. I actually think they had 4 errors, but they only gave them 2 errors. That one actually ended up directly involving a run. Then you had the bunt, the infamous bunts. The Probably one of the best bunts I've ever seen. They in uh, in the 8th inning, they give up a walk to Pak Min on 4 straight pitches. A new pitcher comes in, gives up a walk to Pak Min, 4 pitches. So the next batter ends up bunts it too hard right to the third baseman. Third baseman throws to the shortstop, then throws to the second baseman. The second baseman was covering first because of the bunt. The shortstop had to go over to second base, had to retreat back to second base. So a 5-6-4 double play erased the bunt. They ended up getting a single after that, but it didn't actually cause any problems, or it didn't cost them the game. Yes, it was stupid. Yes, we all are trying to figure out why in the world anyone would ever bunt one in that situation, and especially when you're so bad at bunting, like the KBO is. The KBO is just not good at bunting, despite the fact that they bunt all the time. But that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to have dinner now. I will see you guys in the next game again. LG versus Samsung tomorrow. That's a 2 o'clock game. If that game is rained out, I will do another game. Probably Kium and KT, because Daegu, Busan, and Changwon or NC they're all really close to each other. So if one of them gets rained out, they're probably all going to get rained out. Although the other games do have a later start date or later start time, a 5 p.m. start time. Uh, so it's possible that the rain will stop before then. So who knows? Yeah, Bass. I've this is my 5th year actually. I've been doing the KBO for 5 years now. 2 years on Africa TV. I started 2 years ago on YouTube. Doing You're watching on Soup there. So Africa TV used to be Soup. Yeah, I've lived in Korea since 2014. I was a season ticket holder for years. I've been to hundreds and hundreds of games. Yeah, done, yeah, many games. I've got I got the Doosan uniform over there, Kia uniform over there. I've got all of the Chunshik dolls. But I got basically a KBO museum behind me from all my time going to games and living just a few blocks from the one of the stadiums. So, but yeah, I've been 2 years in. I did on Africa TV, which is Soup now, but they lost the streaming rights, so I ended up going to YouTube for 2 years. Yeah, yeah, I'm from Missouri actually. Uh, So yeah, they 2 years over on YouTube. I'm still streaming over on YouTube. So Bass, definitely, if you have a specific team that you like, uh, check out my YouTube channel. Same name, Dreads Rock TV. And if you go to that YouTube channel, then you can actually vote on which teams that you would like me to stream. So, but yeah, Kia gets the win. They get the winning streak continues. 7 straight wins for them tomorrow. LG versus Samsung at 2 o'clock. If that game is canceled, I'll pick another game. Probably depending on what the pitching matchups look like and whether or not there's rain or anything. So, thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, until next time.